Sir, could I have you scoot your chair closer to him just a little bit? Get as close as you can.
You're punishing me, you know that.
I understand.
Where are you going to put this on? Who's going to see it?
I don't know. So we're just going to quiet just for about 10 seconds and then we'll get going.
So, how does it feel to be in this church?
It's hard to explain. It's comfortable.
It's friendly, welcoming.
It's our heritage.
There's so many memories. Everybody you knew was here.
You feel like you actually belong.
It just feels like home.
I'm Joe Capito. I'm a member of this parish for many years, but I was born just down the street in the alley in a big red brick home that my grandmother owned after she came here from Foligno, Italy. And my grandfather was from Reggio Calabria.
I'm Dave Sabatelli, my wife Sandy Sabatelli. We've been married for, it's coming on 55 years. The parking lot here was where my grandfather lived. So as kids, we would come over here to play in the church lot.
I'm Lou Ann Roberto, and I was baptized and married and every other Catholic event in this church.
And I'm Linda Delcina Panaro. And I was baptized here also. Made my first communion here.
I'm Teresa Gramaglia Schultz. My dad was from Mundungo, and my mom was from Foligno.
My name is Frank Sereno. It's my little brother, Wayne Sereno.
I'm Wayne Sereno, it's my older brother, Frank. My dad, I want to say the old man, was from Philadelphia down towards Sicily, but it's up in the mountains. My mom, I don't know where she was born.
We don't know nothing about my mom.
I'm Vincent Circo Jr. My father's parents are from the city of Amalfi, Italy, and my mother's parents are from Foligno, Italy. I just got back last week.
And my family also was from Foligno. 3 out of 4 grandparents were from Foligno. And my grandfather was from Calabria.
I'm Bob Stutt.
Debbie Poland, Bob's daughter.
Sandy Schroeder, Bob's oldest daughter.
You got married in this church?
Well, me and my wife got married in Kentucky, and then a week later we came here and got married in church.
Yeah.
Sealing the deal.
She was only 15 years old.
My mom died when I was 2 and my sister was 6 months old. At first, we went to a storefront as a church. There was an 8 o'clock mass and a 10 o'clock mass. And Papa came to 8 o'clock and came back and did the cooking, and we came to the 10 o'clock mass. And the charity nuns would come and sit with us so that we behaved. Sister Blandina was a charity nun, and she ruled the roost, and she was very strict with us.
She was the woman that was the power behind pulling the church together.
So we went to St. Bonaventure School because we didn't have a school, and so St. Antonio's Church wanted us to come here when it was built, and St. Bonaventure would have rather we went there, but we built our own church and we came here. So when we moved from the storefront, we worked hard to get enough money to build this church. And my sister Marie was the second wedding in this church, and the first person was from the Stevens family down the street. Him and his wife were the very first to get married.
Every Italian who came to this church did some work to help build it. not only give their money, what little it was then, but to build it physically. And today we even still finance everything ourselves. My father and my brother, Jimmy, and I would come here, and your uncle Vito would handle the people coming in. So I learned how to be an usher with him, and we had mass that was so good. We filled this place, and we had to put chairs up the aisles and on the side.
I've been to Filito. We did a sisters trip there. And there's a lot of comparisons between Filito, Italy, and South Fairmount. And the people are just very similar. I mean, you feel at home right away when you're there. They all came here as immigrants, and then they rebuilt the same tone and feel in this neighborhood. And that's a pretty remarkable thing.
It was the best. Everybody knew everybody. In fact, it was all family related, all the way up and down Queen City.
We lived here until 1968, and everybody around us was family. Like, we had the Bonaventures, and then the Flormontes, the Romellis, and the Paneros lived right behind us. That's Linda's family. And so we were just totally surrounded by everybody who came to this church. This church was the center.
Everything came out of this church.
Were you baptized here?
Yes, baptized
Were you
here.
baptized here?
Yes.
Did you crown the Blessed Virgin Mary?
I don't think I was ever holy enough. No, I'm teasing. No, I did not crown the Blessed Mother here, but
No, I did not either.
I was baptized here and I got married here. And I got divorced here.
The thing I remember about the festival, it was the event of the summer. We waited all year for that.
I remember growing up working the church festival and going across to the bakery with Baps and Josie and watching them make the dough and kind of picking up what they were doing as a kid.
We worked here every year on the festival, and it was a big thing, and there was not enough room for people to park. They had to park on the street, up the street, etc.
I want you guys to tell us about your first date.
I'll take that one. Dave says, we're going somewhere special. And I thought, oh, okay, this is going to be fun. So I put heels on, whatever, and he picks me up. I said, where are we going? He says, you'll see in a minute. We come down Queen City Avenue. I got these heels on. We didn't have any place to park. We walked forever. And it was the San Antonio Festival. And I got my first taste of the Ladies of the Lot pizza, which I loved. And I got my cheeks pinched by some Italian lady. She just kept going like this, and I'm thinking, oh my. And I wasn't sure I wanted to come back, but we did.
This was the only time you really got to see everybody all in one place. And the festival was a feast. Wasn't it the feast of?
Our Lady of Constantinople.
Yes.
Who is our patron saint.
Yes.
But they used to carry a statue.
They'd have flags up and down the streets, and there was a big procession.
We marched all the way down Queen City and back, and we did that for every festival.
I think they still do it like in New York, and they do it in Filito, and that's where that festival history comes from.
You know, we had the best festival. We always had fireworks.
Yeah, we had fireworks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Every time we had a festival, there not only was a procession, there was also fireworks. And my Uncle Sam Gramaglia used to shoot the fireworks.
After the festival was over with, we would go to look on the ground for money.
Yeah.
We would find all kinds of money.
And some of the men would play cards and drink a beer, so they probably would lose a few dollars in change.
But we always had a big crowd, and we made a lot of money for the church.
Nothing was better than that.
I met my husband at the festival. We've been together 61 years, so, yep.
I think it's great, myself. It was great when I was growing up. It's a beautiful little church. They try to get rid of it.
What happened was the diocese wanted to close this church. This church has always sustained itself financially. The people have always been united here, and the people just banded together and they fought.
We worked real hard to build this church. Therefore, they were going to have a fight.
They were going to close us when it was closing all the churches. And 2 of our men went to the Vatican, and they signed a decree that said they can't close us.
And I always heard that it was more of, this is not part of the diocese which wanted to close it down. It was an international church chartered by the Pope from Rome.
And they won. They won that battle. It still stands. And I hope it still stands for another 100 years.
Everybody says they want to give back to something. And then I retired. I looked and couldn't find anything. And then my Uncle Phil Sabatelli, he said they have something called Lunch on a House. Do you want to come and help us with it? So I did.
It's something this church does for this community, looking at people who don't have as much and trying to give back something to make them feel like they're a guest here. They're welcome at our church. And a number of those people became parishioners.
Well, it's friendly, welcoming, and once people start coming to Mass here, they love it. We have good priests. Our people are very kind and friendly. And if we have to take care of anything, maybe I shouldn't say this, we take care of it ourselves. So if we have to raise money, we raise it.
It isn't like a church. Some churches are real quiet. Here, you walk in, oh, hi, how you doing? What's going on? This, that, and the other thing. So it makes you feel more part of a family. And that's really what this whole thing is. It's a family. And it was never more evident. Recently, I went through a major medical issue, and the amount of people that reached out to me was staggering.
I think if I could describe this church in one word, it would be community. The people are the community.
I would say home. This is home. And no matter where I've been, where I've lived, and I was gone for many years, this always feels like home.
Comforting. When you have a favorite jacket or a sweater and you put it on and it makes you feel good. You know, I know after my father died, my mother had one of his sweaters and she kept it in the car and she would wear it. It made her feel good.
Home. Home for a lot of our ancestors that found a place that they felt safe to be who they are with pride.
For myself, everybody was like a mama to you. So it was family.
Yeah,
it was always family.
It was always family, yeah.
Thank you. Okay. I'll see you in church Sunday if I'm still living.
You'll still be here.